Every day you open your eyes, you are given another chance to rewrite the story of your life. Another chance to rise beyond who you were yesterday. Another chance to walk toward the person you know you can become. And the truth is, most people let that chance slip away. They hit the snooze. They delay their purpose. They wait for inspiration to fall from the sky. But the ones who change their lives are the ones who understand that every single morning is an invitation. An invitation to start again, to stand up stronger, to step forward with intention. You want to change your life? Then it starts with what you tell yourself. It starts with what you listen to. It starts with the voice you feed. Fear or faith, doubt or determination. Oh. Every day you're either pouring strength into your spirit or draining it with negativity. You become the sound you follow. So choose carefully what you listen to. Choose the words that build you. Choose the messages that remind you of your power. Because your mind is a battlefield and your thoughts are the soldiers. Train them well and they will fight for your future. Nothing in your life will shift until you shift your mindset. People think change happens in some dramatic moment, some lightning strike, some miracle event. No. Change begins the moment you say, enough. Enough of the excuses. Enough of the limitations. Enough of living below your potential. The moment you decide that your comfort zone is too small for the dreams inside you, that is the moment your life begins to transform. You have greatness within you, but greatness doesn't appear by accident. It grows from discipline, from commitment, from the decision to show up even on the days you don't feel like it. Too many people only work when they're motivated, but motivation is temporary. Motivation fades. Discipline is the real engine of transformation. Discipline is what pushes you out of bed when your feelings tell you to stay. Discipline is what makes you show up again and again until the results come. Discipline is the promise you keep to yourself long after the mood is gone. Every time you repeat a habit, you are casting a vote for the type of person you want to become. And those votes add up. They build the future you walk into. So ask yourself, are your habits leading you toward the life you want or pulling you away from it? Are you feeding your goals or feeding your distractions? Are you preparing for your future or procrastinating your destiny? The answer is not in your words, it's in your daily actions. Yes, life will challenge you. Life will test you. Life will take you through storms you never asked for. But storms are not sent to break you. They are sent to shape you. Pressure reveals who you are becoming. And sometimes the only way to discover your strength is to go through the fire. You don't grow when life is easy. You grow when life is demanding more from you than you think you can give. You grow when the world expects you to quit and you choose to rise anyway. There will be moments when you feel tired. Moments when the path feels lonely. Moments when your progress is slow and your doubts rise fast. That's when you must remind yourself why you started. That's when you must listen to messages that reignite your focus. That's when you must drown out the noise of the world and reconnect with your purpose. Because purpose is powerful. Purpose will push you through pain. Purpose will make you walk through doors you once feared. Our purpose will make you keep going when everyone else stops. Don't let the opinions of others become the limits of your life. People will doubt you because they doubt themselves. They will project their fears onto your dreams. They will try to convince you to shrink because your growth intimidates them. But hear this clearly, their opinions are not your reality. Their disbelief is not your destiny. You do not need their approval to rise. You do not need their permission to succeed. Your journey is yours alone. And you owe it to yourself to walk it boldly. Every time you think about quitting, remember the person you promised yourself you'd become. Remember the vision you had when no one else could see it. Remember the life you said you were going to build. You were not put on this earth to live average, to settle for less, to blend into the background. You were created with gifts, with abilities, with a potential so powerful that even you haven't fully realized it yet. Don't bury that potential beneath fear. Don't suffocate your dreams with doubt. Don't let temporary emotions decide your permanent future. If you want to change your life, then start listening to the messages that elevate you. Listen to words that strengthen your spirit, sharpen your focus, and feed your ambition. Every day, feed your mind the way you feed your body. You wouldn't starve your body and expect strength. Don't starve your mind and expect success. Fill it with positivity. Fill it with courage. Fill it with discipline. Fill it with belief. And surround yourself with people who push you higher. People who see greatness in you even when you don't see it in yourself. People who challenge you to grow, who remind you of your goals, who speak life into your vision. The wrong circle will keep you stagnant. The right circle will make you unstoppable. So protect your energy, protect your focus, protect your dreams. Not everyone deserves access to your journey. Your future is built today, not tomorrow, not someday, not when things get easier. Today, right now. With the choices you make, the habits you practice, the mindset you adopt, you don't rise by thinking about rising. You rise by acting. You rise by deciding that your old life is no longer enough for the person you are becoming. You rise by refusing to settle for anything less than excellence. Every morning, speak life into yourself. Speak strength. Speak confidence. Speak determination. Because the world won't always encourage you. You must learn to encourage yourself. You must learn to silence the voice of doubt and amplify the voice of faith. You must learn to protect your mind from negativity and guard your spirit with purpose. There is greatness inside you, waiting for you to unlock it, waiting for you to believe in it, waiting for you to act on it. Your life can change. Your story can change. Your direction can change. But nothing changes until you do. Your mindset is the foundation of your entire life, and real change begins the moment you decide that excuses and limitations no longer control your future. Everything you experience, everything you pursue, everything you become starts from the way you think. The mind is the command center of your destiny. If your thoughts stay small, your life stays small. If your thoughts stay fearful, your future stays limited. But the moment you challenge those thoughts, the moment you decide that the doubts in your mind no longer have the authority to dictate your direction, that is the moment transformation begins. Most people never realize how powerful their mindset truly is. They move through life reacting instead of creating. They allow circumstances to shape their thinking instead of shaping their thinking to overcome their circumstances. They allow fear to write their story instead of courage. They let comfort make decisions meant for strength to make. A weak mindset will always lead to a weak life, no matter how much potential you hold. But a strong, disciplined, focused mindset will take you places talent alone never could. Your mindset is not something you are born with. It is something you train, something you build, something you strengthen every day. If you wake up thinking you are powerless, the world will confirm it. If you wake up thinking you are capable, the world begins to respond differently. You attract opportunities when you think in terms of possibilities. You attract growth when you think in terms of resilience. Your thoughts are signals you send into the world, shaping how you act, how you respond, and what you pursue. Excuses are the first barrier to a powerful mindset. They creep in quietly. I'm too tired. I don't have the resources. I don't know where to start. It's too late for me. Understand this clearly. Excuses feel comfortable, but they cost you your future. Every excuse you accept builds a wall between you and the person you are supposed to become. Every time you choose an excuse over effort, you reinforce a mindset of limitation. Eventually, you start believing that the limits are real, but they are not. The only real limit is the moment you stop trying. Limitations are often inherited, passed down from your past, your environment, mind you out, the people around you. You may have been taught to think small. You may have been raised around people who didn't believe in themselves, so they couldn't believe in you. You might have been surrounded by negativity, fear, or doubt. But just because you came from that environment does not mean you must remain trapped in it. Your mindset can break cycles. Your mindset can rewrite patterns. Your mindset can separate you from everything that once held you back. At some point, you have to stand up and say, no more. No more believing that you are not enough. No more allowing fear to make your choices. No more letting your history control your destiny. Change begins when you become aware of your own power. When you realize that the person you are today does not have to be the person you remain tomorrow. You can evolve. You can grow. You can choose a new direction. You have the strength to rise above your excuses the moment you decide they serve you no purpose. A strong mindset requires intentional effort. It requires feeding your mind the right words, the right beliefs, the right messages. If you constantly consume negativity, you will think negative thoughts. If you surround yourself with people who complain and settle, you will slowly become like them. But if you feed your mind positivity, strength, purpose, wisdom, and discipline, your thoughts begin to change. And when your thoughts change, your life follows. Your mindset determines how you interpret challenges. Some people see obstacles as roadblocks. Others see them as stepping stones. The difference is not in the situation, it is in the mindset. A powerful mind understands that adversity is not the end. It is the beginning of growth. A powerful mind knows that discomfort is part of development. A powerful mind realizes that fear only has power if you obey it. When your mindset shifts, your relationship with hardship shifts. You stop asking, why is this happening to me? And start asking, how can this strengthen me? Transformation does not happen when life gets easier. It happens when you get stronger. And that strength begins in the mind. When you strengthen your thoughts, you begin to strengthen your habits. When you strengthen your habits, you strengthen your actions. When you strengthen your actions, your entire life begins to change. But it all starts with the decision to no longer let excuses or limitations lead your life. You must become the guardian of your own mind. You must protect it from doubt, from negativity, from old patterns trying to pull you back. You must remind yourself daily that you are capable, worthy, and equipped to build the future you desire. You must challenge the thoughts that tell you to give up. You must silence the beliefs that say you are not enough. Because once your mind believes you can rise, the world cannot stop you. Real change begins inside. Real change begins with the decision to break old habits and create new ones. Real change begins with the courage to step away from comfort. Real change begins when you take ownership of your thoughts instead of allowing them to control you. The moment you choose strength over excuses, the moment you choose belief over doubt, the moment you choose growth over fear, that is the moment your life begins to shift. Discipline, not motivation, is the true engine of transformation because motivation is a spark, but discipline is the fuel that keeps the fire alive long after the spark fades. Motivation feels good. It excites you, energizes you, makes you dream bigger. But motivation is unreliable. It comes and goes like the weather. Some days you feel unstoppable, and other days you can barely move. If you depend on motivation to build your future, you will only work when you feel inspired, and that means you will be inconsistent, and inconsistency destroys progress. Discipline, on the other hand, is steady. Discipline does not care about your feelings. Discipline does not wait for the right mood or the perfect moment. Discipline is a decision, a promise, a commitment you make to yourself that no matter how you feel, you will show up. Discipline is what separates people who dream from those who achieve. It is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. Every successful person you admire, no matter the field, got there because they mastered discipline. Not because they always felt motivated, not because they always felt confident, not because the path was easy, but because they kept going even when their emotions tried to pull them back. They understood that excellence is not built in a single moment of motivation. It is built in the daily grind. the repeated routines, the quiet sacrifices that nobody sees. The truth is, discipline is uncomfortable. It requires pressure. It demands self-control. It forces you to rise above your excuses. And most people don't want discomfort. They don't want to feel tired, challenged, or stretched. They want results without effort. They want success without sacrifice. But life does not work that way. Anything worth having requires discipline. Your goals require discipline. Your growth requires discipline. Your future demands discipline. When you practice discipline, you are training your mind to honor your commitments. You are teaching yourself to do the work, even when the excitement disappears. At first, it feels hard, even painful, because you are fighting old habits, old patterns, old versions of yourself. But with time, discipline becomes your strength. It becomes your identity. You begin to see yourself differently, not as someone who quits, but as someone who follows through. Not as someone who waits for the right feeling, but as someone who acts with intention. Your habits are the clearest reflection of your discipline. What you do daily shapes who you become monthly, and who you become monthly shapes your entire life. Small habits, repeated consistently, create massive transformation. People underestimate the power of small actions. They think success is built in big dramatic moments, but it's the opposite. Success is built in the quiet hours when no one is watching, when the world is asleep, and when you are pushing forward while others stay still. When you choose discipline, you choose long-term gain over short-term comfort. You choose growth over pleasure. You choose progress over fear. You choose the person you want to become over the person you used to be. Discipline forces you to reject the easy path and walk the path that leads to transformation. There will be days when discipline feels like a burden. You will feel tired, stressed, busy, or discouraged. Your mind will try to negotiate with you. Just skip today. You can do it tomorrow. It won't matter, but it does matter. Because every time you skip the work, you weaken your identity. Every time you choose comfort over discipline, you take one step backward. But every time you push forward, even in small ways, you strengthen your future. The most powerful thing discipline does is build self-respect. When you repeatedly follow through on your commitments, you begin to trust yourself. You begin to believe in your ability to grow. You begin to see yourself as someone capable, someone strong, someone worthy of success. This self-belief becomes your shield against doubt, your weapon against fear, your anchor during chaos. Discipline also teaches you how to manage your emotions. You stop letting feelings control your actions. You stop letting temporary discomfort ruin long-term progress. You stop making decisions based on fear, laziness, or insecurity. Instead, you act from purpose, intention, and clarity. This emotional control becomes your power. Most people are prisoners to their emotions, but disciplined people become masters of their actions. Another truth about discipline is that it simplifies your life. When you know what you must do, you remove confusion. When you commit to your habits, you eliminate the chaos of indecision. When you stick to your path, you don't waste energy on distractions or temptations. Discipline frees your mind and focuses your energy on what truly matters. Discipline also separates you from the average. Most people quit when they feel tired. Most people slow down when the excitement fades. Most people choose comfort over growth. Discipline makes you stand out. It gives you an edge that others cannot match. It makes you unstoppable. Because once you master discipline, there is nothing left that can control you. Not fear, not doubt, not distractions, not circumstances. People often say they want a better life. They want success, peace, confidence, strength, and freedom. What they truly need is discipline, because discipline is the doorway to all of those things. Without discipline, dreams stay dreams. With discipline, dreams become a plan, and plans become reality. Your life will change the moment you stop relying on motivation and start relying on discipline. Motivation will help you begin, but discipline will carry you to the finish line. Discipline will build the future you desire. Discipline will shape the person you are meant to become. Discipline will take you farther than talent, farther than luck, and farther than inspiration ever will. You must protect your focus, silence negativity, and surround yourself with people and messages that elevate your purpose, because your future is built by what you feed your mind every single day. Everything you allow into your mind becomes a seed, and every seed eventually grows into something. Some seeds grow into confidence, clarity, courage, and strength. Others grow into fear, doubt, insecurity, and hesitation. The question is, what are you planting in your mind each day? What thoughts are you watering? What voices are you allowing to shape your direction? Most people do not fail because of a lack of talent. They fail because they let the wrong influences drain their energy and distort their vision. Your environment matters. The people around you matter. The conversations you engage in matter. The content you consume matters. Every single day, you are being shaped by what you surround yourself with. If you surround yourself with negativity, you will think negative thoughts. If you surround yourself with excuses, you will start making excuses. If you surround yourself with people who settle, you will begin to accept less from yourself. But if you surround yourself with strength, with ambition, with belief, with discipline, you will start becoming the person you want to be. Your mind is your most valuable property, yet many people let anyone and anything walk through it freely. They allow negativity to take residence. They allow doubts to take ownership. They allow toxic voices to influence their decisions. Protecting your mind is not optional. It is essential. You must learn to guard your thoughts away. A king guards a kingdom. You must learn to recognize which voices deserve your attention and which ones you must shut out. Not everyone deserves a place in your inner world. There are people in your life who drain your energy instead of expanding it. People who question your dreams, not because your dreams are unrealistic, but because your growth makes them uncomfortable. People who constantly complain, criticize, gossip, and blame. People who pull you back into old habits and old versions of yourself. You cannot rise while staying connected to forces that pull you down. It is impossible to climb a mountain while carrying people who refuse to climb with you. At some point, you must choose your growth over their comfort. Silencing negativity does not mean ignoring reality. It means refusing to give power to thoughts and voices that weaken your spirit. It means refusing to let fear dictate your choices. It means refusing to let doubt stop your progress. It means refusing to let the world convince you that your dreams are too big. You must train your mind to reject anything that does not support your purpose. One of the most powerful ways to protect your mindset is by being intentional about the messages you listen to daily. Your mind is always being programmed, either intentionally or accidentally. Every video you watch, every message you hear, every conversation you engage in, every thought you entertain shapes your mindset. If you do not take control of what you feed your mind, the world will do it for you. And the world is full of distractions, negativity, fear, and confusion. You must become the filter. You must decide what enters and what is rejected. Surround yourself with voices that remind you of your strength, messages that encourage you to grow, people who challenge you to level up, conversations that inspire breakthrough thinking, content that fuels your discipline, not your excuses. When you consistently listen to uplifting messages, something within you begins to shift. Your beliefs begin to change. Your confidence begins to grow. Your standards rise. Your decisions become sharper. Your mindset becomes stronger. And when your mindset strengthens, your entire life follows. Your future depends on your mental environment. A cluttered mind creates a cluttered life. A focused mind creates a focused life. When you protect your focus, you eliminate distractions that once stole your time and energy. You stop giving your attention to things that do not contribute to your goals. You stop engaging in conversations that drain you. You stop wasting mental space on people who have no intention of growing with you. Focus is a superpower in a world full of noise. Most people cannot commit their attention to anything for more than a few minutes because their mind is constantly pulled in every direction. But when you learn to center your thoughts, filter your influences, and guard your peace, you gain clarity. And clarity is the foundation of power. When you know what matters, you stop giving energy to what doesn't. When you know where you are going, you stop entertaining distractions. When you know who you are becoming, you stop associating with anything that misaligns with that identity. The people you surround yourself with act as mirrors. They reflect your standards, your habits, your conversations. If you choose to stay close to people who lack ambition, who avoid responsibility, who stay stuck in excuses, then no matter how big your dreams are, you will begin to shrink to match their level. But when you align with people who think differently, people who dream boldly, work diligently, speak positively, and live intentionally, you start to rise naturally. Their mindset elevates yours. Their discipline strengthens yours. Their belief energizes yours. Your journey to change your life is not only about what you do, it's about what you allow. What you allow into your mind determines what you allow into your life. Protecting your focus is how you protect your future. Surrounding yourself with the right people is how you accelerate your growth. Feeding your mind with purpose-driven messages is how you build a mindset strong enough to carry your dreams. Every day, you must choose what strengthens you, not what weakens you. Every day, you must feed your mind with clarity, not confusion. Every day, you must choose environments that lift you higher, not ones that pull you back. You have the power to elevate your mind, strengthen your discipline, and protect your focus. You have the ability to rise above excuses, rewrite your limitations, and walk boldly toward the life you were meant to live. Nothing in your future is out of reach when you choose intention over distraction, purpose over comfort, and growth over fear. Every day is a new chance to build the habits, the mindset, and the environment that will carry you toward your highest potential. You are not defined by where you started. You are defined by the direction you choose from this moment forward. Stand firm in your purpose, move with conviction, and keep feeding your mind with the strength that needs to guide you. Your life will shift the moment you decide that nothing, inside or outside of you, will stop your rise. This is your time, your moment, your turning point. Go claim the life waiting for you.